So hello everyone, morning with Malawi of Yagate Kimi no Naru episode 6, Wholesome Yuri. Let's watch it the other way. So 3, 2, 1 and go. So here we go. The week's Yuri. It's saved, yeah. Oh, guess what? Oh, this is a really good anime. I really like, yeah, great dialogues. I love Lassie, super funny. I like her sister's brother, her sister's boyfriend. He was awesome. He's like, wait a minute. She was making a cheesecake? Oh, she's in love! That was good, that was great. He's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. It's like, hey, honey. So also that, you, Sean! But she's kind of cute. Like, yeah, follows her. I like her, she's kind of like, you know, oh yeah, I go to the club and now my girlfriend is staring at me all the time. It's like, it's pretty nice, but it's also kind of like, she keeps staring at me all the time. She never lets me be alone, right? Yeah. So, yeah. It's a very beautiful opening as always. Yeah, very much so. Just the live chat here. Yeah, that's great. Or maybe like that, maybe. Yeah, there we go. That's classic me. Yeah, I love setting up the stuff during the opening, right? Not that I don't like the openings, but because I also watch the opening, I like to, you know, use the time to see that everything technically is working correctly. Yeah, it's a very beautiful opening, and the book thing, I love the Honya thing because obviously her family owns the Honya, right, the bookstore, so yeah. And the whole blossom into you and the flower and so on. Until this weird scene here turned into like dolls. Yeah, until this like last scene where this scene where they're like dolls with flowers that like sucked life or something. I don't know what the mask on them. That's kind of weird. Otherwise, like very beautiful opening. That's like, wait, is that kind of some kind of death thing there? Yeah, the last thing is kind of spooky. It really is. I must wonder for her to do something. Man, it's a paper thin laptop. Look at that. I'm sorry, but that looks paper thin. Is he suspect something? I don't know. Man, that was a weird scene. Like seeing the straw in her mouth, the power vision of drinking juice there. That was weird. I always wonder why no one does a power anime. You only see it for the main character eyes, right? Like, why is they not ever doing that? Like Doom, with Rock, we keep the FPS game, yeah. Oh, senpai's confronting her. This is like you have something going on with my best friend. Like, I'm waiting for this to be a moment. I'm waiting for this to be, I don't know, a conflict. I'm waiting for her to be like, I love her more than you. I know her better than you. I'm waiting for her to be, you know, jealous. She's already jealous, I guess, but even more so, right? Yeah, interesting indeed. This feels like a really tense moment now when she gets her coffee here now. Yeah, it's like, Yeah, what about her? Of course, senpai knows stuff that she doesn't know, right? She knows it for years, right? So she knows more stuff than her, yeah. Oh yeah, she's like, you know nothing. Yeah, yeah, kind of like, you know, did you know my best friend? But fine, yeah. It's gonna explain like this is the actual how she is, yeah. She's finally yeah, reading the okay, 7 years ago. Yeah, what happened back then? Yeah. It's kind of like, you know, don't you worry about her. I got her back. Yeah, I got her real back. Yeah, it's like, I'm just waiting for her. You know, that was really tense. That's like a really tense moment there. She's like, you know, she has a back, you know, she has baggage, and you don't know about it, right? That's kind of the general thing there. But it's also, I was waiting for her to be kind of tense of that, like, you know, well, you might think you know her, you might. Yeah. Ah. Wait, wasn't that did like the student council theater thing, whatever it is, like the play they did? Wasn't it also like the same number of years ago? So yeah, like she mentioned that they had last episode, right? Wasn't that the same number of years? I might be remembering wrong now, but I think it's the same number of years. So it's probably the same thing there. Or the same thing, but the person is probably the same, you know. That's probably the reason, right? Why they stopped doing it. Finally back to this thing. Finally, I mentioned that last week. It's frustrated me last week. And she was like, forgot about her stuff. And it was like, I'm gonna read and you know, your precious novel. And then she forgot about it completely. Yes, finally, she's like, yes, I'm ready now. Finally. That's frustrated me last week, yeah. You liked it? Really? Yeah. Flip the pages for a while. But yeah, but I'm happy to see they finally returning to this. But I expected it to be more, a little more like she was gonna forget about it. I thought it was gonna be more, you know, dramatic. Like she was gonna completely forget about it, and then she's like, "What happened to it? I don't know." Yeah, like, but apparently she actually is doing it the timer. So I guess I was wrong on that. Yeah, sorry, I was wrong on that. I guess then. I thought she was gonna go mad at her this episode. Yeah. But I'm thinking that I'm just guessing completely, but it feels reasonable to me because they mentioned it or they stopped doing this thing this amount of years ago. So whatever happened, that's probably why they stopped doing that, right? Like why they didn't do that the following year or for something like that. Maybe not necessarily that's connected, but the person running it, so it's probably like the student council president of that year, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I just feel like it sounds really connected. Yeah, she must have grabbed it so she couldn't read it there. Yeah, interesting. But I think it has to be connected to that. 7 years, none, yeah. She seems reasonable to me. Or her sister. Not her sister, yeah. A great character. One-chan. Actually, might be around her age, yeah. Might be about Nesa's age, yeah, like. She might know, actually, right? Well, no, she might remember now. Yeah, I think like she might know, right? But she's not like her age. Or she's a friend, okay, yeah. Naru Tokyo. Her sister, yeah. But Senpai has no siblings! It's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, and it's like, oh, she was there. So, yeah. Yeah, it's you know, like a real sister to her, yeah. Step, you know, in her footsteps away. Yeah, pushing yourself to be like your sister, right? That's kind of how it comes off here, yeah. That's why I think, as I mentioned earlier, her sister was probably, you know, the reason why they had the whole play thing. And then, you know, stuff happened and it's like, let's stop doing that thing, yeah, so. That's probably what she's like, we have to stop doing that thing again. Because my sister loved that. Yeah, my big sister loved doing that, so we have to start doing it again, yeah. So it's some kind of way for her to like, try to like, you know, get stuff back how her sister liked it. It's something like that, like taking her sister's place in a way, yeah. Something like that. Oh, she can confront her, I guess. A tense, dramatic episode, yeah. It's a very good storyline. It's definitely more than really like, you know, well developed characters, right? Not just the romance, but generally their lives and so on, yeah. Well, at least Senpai has a lot of characterization, just a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely gonna be dramatic here. Yeah, now when it's like, he's like water. Tell me about your sister. Here we go. It's like confronts her. Tell me about your sister. Yeah, and I was like, my sister? Yeah. Yeah, I only heard about your sister from Sensei. Yeah. You can just feel it's gonna be like dramatic when you enter this like, you know, little river here, yeah, and it's like someone might fairly, yeah. It's very beautiful aesthetics. Very impressive aesthetics, as always. Very much so. Yeah, please. Good comment, yeah. It's like you're still the same person to me, no matter what. Yeah, it feels very dramatic with the background setting as well, right? It's like, it's very good aesthetic background here, yeah. The sunlight and the twilight, when the sun is going down, yeah. if I like it, I want to know. Yeah, I want to know everything about you. Oof. So that's not. Oh man, that was. Yeah, she died, right? Yeah, and it's like it's bad. The train comes. It's like the most dramatic you can have, right? It's like whoa. Yeah, and of course I love my sister. Oh, here we go. Classic Japanese funeral. Yeah. Oh yeah. I assumed she was dead though. Yeah, I felt like she's probably gonna be dead, right? Like everyone was like, it's never on this anime isn't Crunchyroll, right? This anime is on. They have it on. For me, at least, it's on. Yeah, Vaknu, right? Usually. Yeah. Cheshire, like, man, it's very beautiful though. Very beautiful. Yeah, I feel like the aesthetic is amazing as always. Like this thing. Yeah, the face in the water here, man. It's like. I'm doing fine, yeah. It's no problem. I'm just like reliving my sister's life. Normal, like everyone else. Senpai. I knew someone was gonna fall. Okay, she saved herself. It felt like someone's gonna fall into the water. But yeah, previous too, right? Like, okay, she managed to save it. She managed to save it. She managed to be. It's very close. Yeah, because it was like the setting was very much like someone's gonna probably fell into the water, or almost at least, right? Yeah. She really cares about senpai, just want to admit it. Yeah. Good, you. Keep fighting. Yeah. Oh, I love you. It's like, I love you. Tell me. It's kind of like, if he says she's like, very beautiful, but at the same time, she's kind of like, I love you. So please tell me everything about your life now. Yeah, it's a little bit like a little bribing tool there. I told you that now. Man, it definitely helps that this scene is like absurdly well animated, yeah. With the background all the time and so on. It's just. Oh, this is so nice how they're meeting each other on the stones too. Oh man. Why can't every love scene be like this, right? Why can't real life be like this? It's just. I don't know how to feel. It's just like a perfect love confession. And then we have this perfect, yeah, like this perfect like wallpaper splash screen behind them. Yeah, I feel like it's like, why can't every love moment be like this, right? Yeah, I'm holding hands here. I guess I can't help it, yeah. But I love you too. Yeah, like we know. That's pretty obvious though. Like, yeah, she already said that a few times already. Yeah, I want to know about her. But man, that scene was absurd beautiful. With the water reflection and everything. Okay, so it's already ending. It's probably gonna be something actually ending then. But yeah, let me check. Come and see. Since I anything wrong here, say the fault 18. Yeah, like I don't get the question. Well, people are unaware of that. That's what I'm thinking too, because this anime has never been a Crunchyroll, right? So like, that's my first question. People saying it's not up a Crunchyroll, but this anime isn't streamed on Crunchyroll. I was like, it's never a Crunchyroll. You have to have the. Depends on your region. Depends on where you live. Depending on who owns the license for it. But it's not a Crunchyroll show. So it's either like Waknu or... is it Funny? No, what is it in US one? I have everything. I have all the different websites right on Live Short. Let's see. Yeah, so high div, right? It's probably where you can watch it, yeah. Probably for the whole world. Let's see here. It's also Latin American, yeah. Right? So, high div is pretty supposed to watch it, right? Yeah. That's the same in, I assume for like Latin America as well, so it's probably also for the US. I don't live in the US, so I'm just assuming you have the same there. But yeah. Anyway, so it's definitely gonna be something more now. Yeah, it's gonna be something more now here. Because, yeah, it's like 2-3 minutes left. Okay, so the series is walking here. I told her I love her. And she's kind of like, wait, what did I do? Yeah. I decided to love you. This is a little weird now. I feel some people have said, you know, Yagate Kimi, right? Yeah. You're the nicest person I met, so I want to love you, yeah. Yeah, better tell her back, yeah. So said you thing though, I love you, and she's like, yeah, thanks. yeah, thank you very much. It's a very, very you thing, be like, very formal. Thank you. I also like you back, yeah. Very, very like, a better answer to say, yes, I agree. Oh man, I imagine the title of that. That was beautiful. That was gonna be more sad, the episode. I think also can see the chat. That was gonna be more. I'm from Sweden, but I haven't lived in Sweden for like. Well, I've lived in Sweden back and forth, I suppose. But yeah, high div is probably where you find it. I'm guessing so. But I usually watch most anime, you know, broadcast live on Japanese television though. Like what I watched right now, it wasn't subtitled, so I used to watch the Japanese broadcast. That's usually how I watch them, right? And my Japanese is... I usually don't say fluent, but I would say I'm pretty fluent when it comes to like understanding Japanese when I speak, right? Reading it, I can do like maybe, I don't know, let's say 400 kanjis, 500 kanjis, something like that. But understanding when someone speaks, it's not that hard, and I even used to work with translating English to Japanese games back in the days. It was a while back now, but I used to work on Activision Blizzard, and then I worked on a few games for Square Enix, as they publish games, many games, not just role-playing games. So I was on Call of Duty and so on. I translated Call of Duty to Japanese from English, so I have. So I still wouldn't come say fluent, but I was like I'm pretty good in Japanese. Like I do, like I can watch an anime and understand the dialogue. It's that is no problem. Anyway. That's why you should get the question right, and yeah, it's not a Crunchyroll again. This anime is not a Crunchyroll. Very good episode. I have to reach the title of it. I was like, it's gonna be a sad death scene episode, but no, this was super beautiful. This was like it was actually came to brew this thing here. That was a very good episode. It was very very beautiful. I really loved the aesthetics of it. Right, it's. The bridge there with the small the river and the reflection of the face in the water and the sun, like the kind of twilight sun. The sun is going down, so it's more how would I say it? I can't even remember the name. The index thing. This is Snell's law, right? So here's on the physics. I'm an engineer, so don't get me started. But basically, right, when the sun goes up and down, so either it's twilight or when it's dawn, right? It cuts the horizon more because of the angle, and that's why some of the different sunlight, the prismatic, how it cuts the horizon becomes stronger, so you can see other colors more prominent, or actually it's more like other colors are disappearing. It's kind of more how it works. But basically, the effect of that is that you get this kind of this red, more shiny yellow sunlight, and dawn can be green and so on, right? And for example, in my hometown, because I'm from middle of Sweden. We have Aurora Borealis, right? So we have the Northern Lights, and then it calls Australia Borealis, right, for Southern Lights, whatever and so on. So yeah, that last scene, typical, like the start of twilight here. So the sun is extra polluted, so it's like super shiny. It was very very beautiful, but it felt like. I really liked it, but at the same time, I was like, man, this never happens in real life. You never have like, oh, I'm in love with this person, and you stand there and it's like, I'm gonna tell her I love her, and it's gonna make a rainbow, and it's gonna be this absolute perfect setting where you can see our reflections, and it's gonna be, it was very much, it was one of the most beautiful love confessions I've ever seen in my life in anime, or generally in any show. It was absurdly beautiful. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I assume everyone is keeping up to date. Bunny Senpai, right? Bunny Senpai. So I'm just gonna say it because I assume people are generally watching Bunny Senpai because they're amazing anime. I absolutely recommend it. Super good anime. In Bunny Senpai episode, last episode, they also had that like, I love you, Senpai, and it was like a raid, and then the raid exactly stopped raining when she said that, and then the sun and a rainbow appeared pretty much. So it's like, yeah, it would be nice living in this anime world where as soon as you want to confess your love to someone, it's like perfect setting. It's like everything, the aesthetic of your surrounding, like fits into your speaking pattern, right? So you say a word, and it's like you can control the weather by, your willpower controls the weather. But yeah, that scene was very, very good. It was an incredibly beautiful scene. I feel the budget for this anime is well, I don't know, I guess, because it's like the other scenes aren't bad, not at all of course, but they're kind of normal, right? You kind of walk and talk and so on, and they look pretty good. But it's not like a fighting anime, like a shonen anime, where they keep having like fights every now and then constantly. And this is more like they have a decent, it looks pretty good all the time. And then they have this like super well budgeted confession scene. It's like, man, here they put a lot of money for this thing. But I guess it's easier if you just have like a dialogue driven anime. But yeah, it's okay. I think we all agree on that, right? Super awesome confession. Best confession ever. Other part of the episode then. Generally, let's talk about Sister then. So Sister is dead. And maybe it felt to me though that she's a lot like living in her sister's shadow, right, in a bit there, and not because she has to do that. So I think the important thing is in a lot of storylines sometimes you have a character and it's like, oh well, her brother or sister or whatever, they were famous, and now she's trying to, you know, become as good as she was or something like that. But here I felt that was a little true here, but I felt she was kind of self-imposed on that though. Like she was really going to be like, I want to be like my sister. Like she was obsessed with it, right? It's kind of about Sakata, what she meant earlier too. She was kind of like, well, you know, she's kind of like really into it, and she is clearly kind of forcing herself to be the student class president. The sister would like to be that, and the sister was kind of like, you know, yeah, it was a lot like that, right? And yeah, I felt that was how she kind of worked, right? So definitely. So I like that you is like, I'm worried because it felt kind of like, man, she's obsessed with being like her sister, right? And sister died, and then she's like, well, my sister, she really liked doing these things. I'm also gonna be into these things. I just really hope it's not gonna be like, my sister was into girls, I also will be into girls. That's gonna be a little weird if she's like, I'm into Yuri, because my sister was she was a Yuri fan, so I'm gonna be a Yuri fan. Last only reason why she liked girls. That's gonna be really weird, but I don't think so. But that's gonna be really weird. But yeah, so that was interesting. I like that whole Stitch, and the anime in general is really good at, because it really has like a lot of characterization, a lot of development of the characters. Normally it's a love romance anime and you kind of like each other and we have some laughs and so on, but they're really good. Here it's like, this is more like real life, I feel, where, you know, one of them has a baggage or has a dead family member, and that kind of hinders her from having, not happiness, but kind of like afflicts her life in some manners, right? And with her best friend telling her like, you know, you don't know anything, you don't know her, I know her better than you, right? They kind of like, you know, the kind of tense moment there. She's like, you're not a good girlfriend, like you don't even know her. In that sense, right? That kind of classic, kind of how it is in real life, right? Like, well, you might like this person, but do you really know them? So yeah, that was good. One thing that I'm hoping is going to happen though, and I keep saying that, even if it's a more wholesome storyline, I do hope her best friend is going to be like, I'm supposed to be your girlfriend. Yeah, because that moment there when she's talking to her, to you, and you know, she's just explaining that, you know, oh, this is her life, and she's not telling her the real stuff. She's telling kind of her the hints, right? She's kind of giving her like some hints every now and then, like, and then she kind of confronted her a bit there. I hope that will be even more confrontational, I guess, and I hope it's gonna happen. Generally, I don't know. Maybe I'm too broken. I was like Citrus or one where it's like quadruple drama with everything. But everything has to be at least a triangle drama with every girls. But it's an interesting anime that it has nothing, but like it's no confrontation. It's always like, okay, they're doing their stuff, and the other character is kind of like maybe help them, maybe not helping them, but it's not really like they're ever really clashing with anyone. So maybe I'm just, you know, not just Citrus, but generally most animes, any romance, drama, whatever, I'm just waiting it for being more obstacles in that sense. But especially because she has her best friend, right? And she's always like, you know, oh, but she's kind of like my best friend. And they keep doing that, yeah, and she keeps being, she clearly is kind of jealous. And we saw with Maki-kun, that tips back, and he's like, are you jealous on her? Or do you like her? And he was doing that thing, right? And it's like telling her, like, you know, you should probably, you know, inject her and kind of try to get your girlfriend back, right? So that moment was really tense. And I expect her to confront them about, like, why do you like her more than me? Haven't you best friends? Don't you like other girls? So do you like her? Like, can't you love me? So I expect that to happen eventually. At least, you know, like, she's going to talk and say, like, why don't you love me? Like, just maybe confronting her, saying, like, you know, what's wrong with me? Haven't I always hold you back? In that sense, yeah. So I think that I would be very surprised if this happened eventually. When she finds out that they're dating. She's probably going to confront either both of them or one of them, right? I think that's, especially with that scene, I feel like she wants to do that, yeah. And she's probably, you know, that scene, to me at least, kind of showed that she kind of has some kind of, she suspects something, right? She might know, like, she's not sure that they're dating, but she kind of like, they are more than friends, right? Something weird there, yeah. So I think she's gonna confront them eventually with that. So anyway, then that story part, and the last thing was her friend and the novel thing. I guess I was completely wrong on that on my last review, because I thought that was gonna be a little more. Oh, you forgot about my book. You know, I couldn't hand it in time. But she was just like, oh, here's the book. I read it. That's good. Oh, thank you. yeah. That kind of just went over like nothing, honestly. I thought it was gonna be more like either, you know, they were gonna talk a lot more about it, maybe have a writing a little more of that, or it was gonna be that, oh, she forgot about it. That she was gonna be angry at her, and there was gonna be some kind of like that. But it felt more like she was just like, ah, it was pretty good. Okay. Maybe it's gonna be, it's really bad actually, and she just told her that it's good because she's like, ah, whatever, I don't want to read it. Maybe that's gonna be how it is, and then she's gonna be angry at her later because she's like, oh, you lied to me. It was so bad. How can you tell me that it was good? But yeah, really good episode. Was it the best episode? Probably. It was definitely the most beautiful episode, at least. Very, very beautiful. Like super wallpaper. Yeah, like that scene there. That's that's the wallpaper scene. Little suspicious in the last minute there, though, when we see her kind of like thinking about, oh, should I tell her now? I probably should tell her I love her. Yeah, that was a little weird there. They also feel like senpai has a little weird agenda sometimes. Yeah, a little planning. Yeah, the last scene was a little weird after the ending, the extra, like from her perspective scene. Yeah, that was a little weird. I was like, what does this mean? Yeah, what is her planning there? Anyway, great episode. Hope you like this live version and review, of course, later on. Press the like button, and so on. Coming out with The Colorful World, World of Colors. Is that out yet? That's out now. Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, like give me, I don't know, let's say like 5-10 minutes, and then we'll do the live reaction of the girl that can't see colors, or maybe she can't see colors soon. yeah, I don't know. I think in that anime, is generally, I think that the more she's falling in love with this guy, right, the more she can see colors. Like I just feel like it's a love story really, and the more you learn about love and happiness, the more she can see colors. She kind of gloom and depressed at the beginning of the anime, and the happier she gets, she can see actual color rights. That's my general theory. Anyway, hope to see you guys in that live as well. Have a good day otherwise, and tomorrow we're doing like, of course, Goblin Slayer, Radiant, SS Gridman, Saturday tomorrow stuff, Richard Spice, more Yuri, and Fairy Tail. Yeah. So anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you.